Hey people, what is going on today? I am coming to you to talk about a pandemic that is sweeping the nation right now. And no, I'm not referring to COVID. If you want that information, go to CNN or NBC or whoever you get your news information from. I really don't care. I am talking about a pandemic that is so bad, so heartbreaking, so devastating. I might shed some tears today. This pandemic is called FSBO. For those of you who are not familiar with the industry, FSBO is for sale by owner. Basically what that is somebody owns their house, they put a little sign out in front of their yard and says for sale by owner, and they hope they can attract some buyers and sell their house. They don't need to worry about an agent, they don't need to worry about commissions, they don't need to worry about dealing with a long process or anything like that. I guess, especially in like a seller's type of market that we're experiencing right now, the appeal is people can think they can do it themselves. Maybe realtors aren't earning their paycheck, so it's not worth it to have a realtor. They can just save, whatever commissions, selling them their house by themselves. The reason why this is devastating is you're not going to go to an airport and decide to fly your own plane to your destination. You're not going to go into a hospital and perform your own heart surgery. You're not going to go into a courtroom and decide to defend yourself. You're going to hire professionals for all of these things. The reason being is, yes, these professionals may cost you some money, and typically the better the professional is, the more money they'll cost you. Although plane tickets, that fee is standard for the airline more so than the actual pilot. But typically, if you want a better heart surgeon, sometimes they cost a little bit more money, or the hospital they're affiliated with is a little higher class, so it might cost more. The lawyer you're looking to get might cost more depending, on his skill set, things like that. So the same thing is true in real estate. A lot of sales agents, listing agents, are going to charge between a 5 and a 6% commission. That sounds like a lot of money. Holy cow, 5 to 6. Wow. Oh my goodness. On a $100,000 house, that's $6,000. You pocket 94,000, and then you take out all the fees and whatever on top of that. And oh my goodness, you're losing so much money. Well, the average house is, 2-3 times more. So you're paying, 2-3 times more in commission. However, the breakdown of that commission is that listing agent typically usually only keeps 3 to 4% of that. The other amount is divided by the other agent who brought you the buyer, the buyer's agent. And then it goes into advertising, marketing. Agents have to pay fees and things like that, supplies, the sign for your house. If they're doing an open house, they may want to bring like some treats or something like that to entice some buyers to come. All those monetary factors that go into it. And then there's also some non-monetary factors that go into it as well, such as negotiating a price for you. On average, for sale by owners, usually make 15% less without using a real estate agent. Again, those factors might change a little bit just because of the market we're in, things like that. But think about that. 15% less, so you could save 6%. I'm not going to bore you guys with math for a long period of time right now, but 15% minus 6% is 9%. So you lose 9% by not using real estate agents, so you could save 6%. That math does not add up. That math does not make sense to me. This market right now, it is a seller's market. but it's not a typical seller's market. It is a weird seller's market. Prices right now don't make sense, especially a lot of realtors who have been in the business a long time. I'm gonna kind of peel back the curtain a little bit and kind of explain real quickly the process to you. Basically, what we do as realtors when we're looking at your listing, when we're gonna put it up for sale, we'll do all the comps, look in the area, you know, what did things sell for? What are the factors that went into that? How long was it in the market? You know, just to name a few things. And then we arrive at a price based on what we feel the value for your house is. Now, a good real estate agent who gave you that good price, you're going to get at least that price. Sometimes in a normal market, you might get, you know, 5% more or something like that, you know, depending on, you know, what the current situation is. In this market, I have seen things go for hundreds of thousands of dollars more and people still losing out on those offers because there's no rhyme or reasons. I've seen houses go for half of what they're listed for and win. I've personally negotiated myself $48,000 off of asking price and gotten a deal. I've personally negotiated myself 20, 30, 40,000 over asking price and lost the deal. And I've also done that and gotten the deal. So there isn't really a lot of rhyme or reason right now. And this is coming from a professional who works in the industry who sees this every day. And for you to expect that you would be able to do this on your own is, in my mind, pretty foolish. There's a lot of things that real estate agents bring to the table that can really help you out. One of them being their negotiation tactics. They see buyers every day, they see sellers every day. They a lot of times either live in the market they're working in or they've just worked in the market for a long time. So they know this will sell, that won't sell. This is what's attracting buyers right now. Buyers really don't care about this kind of things. And a lot of those insights that you just don't see just because you're not in the industry every day. It has nothing to do with your mental abilities and capacities and your IQs or anything like that. It has nothing to do with your smarts. It's just they are in this industry every single day and they see it day in and day out, and they work with buyers day in and day out, and they talk to those buyers and they know what those buyers want. There's so many times where a buyer's told me, I want a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, I want a garage, I want an acre land, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I show them a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with no garage, or I show them a 3-bedroom with 2 baths and 3-bay garage, whatever it is. And I think, oh, I'm doing so great. I've found this house that exceeds your expectations. And they're like, no, we don't like it. And then I show them this other house where I feel like I'm wasting my time, and they absolutely fall in love with it. So there's really nothing for you where you wouldn't see this every day that would tell you what a buyer's looking for, especially in your area and specifically in your house. And another reason why it's good to use a real estate professional is you have emotions invested in your house. When you have emotions, it's a lot harder to negotiate. A real estate professional can come in, they don't have the emotions of living in your house. Oh, look at that corner where, you know, my kids drew on the wall growing up and, you know, we cleaned that. Or look at the scuff marks on the floor, you know, where we had our first puppy and he was sliding all over the place. The agents don't have that. So if you price your house based on your emotions, you may overvalue your house and say, hey, you know what, this house, this is a $500,000 house. And an agent comes in and says, no, it's a $350,000 house, or it's a $400,000 house. That's what your house is. And you know what, if we can get 500, great. If there's a bidding war, great. But let's start it at 350, bring in those customers and see what kind of bidding war can take place. Whereas you, the customer who has those emotions involved, say, no, I'm not settling for any less than this. This is my house and these were my memories and this and blah, 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 blah. And you may end up losing out on some great deals. or you may just price it too high to begin with, that really doesn't leave a lot of room for those bidding wars. I've had experience talking to customers and just kind of letting them know, like, hey, look, like houses in your neighborhood went for 450, 500, things like that. But they started at 425. They started at 450 and went up to 475. They started at 425 and went up to 500 because we brought in those customers at that price range and they saw the value, they saw the demand, and they were willing to go higher. But if you start at that 500, then those customers who are looking at that 500 price point may be like, you know what, I don't really see the value in that. I'm willing to go to 550, 600, but not on this house. I want to see something else at a different house. And there's times where I've had to sit down with those customers and those clients and let them know that, hey, look, like this house, it presents very well. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on it. It's just a little bit too high right now. They feel like it's too high in their mind. And it's all about that perception that you can create. So reasons to use a real estate professional: one, the monetary value alone more than pays for itself. If you can get an extra 9% by paying 6% for 15% over asking price, then it's simple. The math adds up. Do it. The non-monetary reasons: negotiation. Real estate professionals are in this market every single day. They know how to negotiate, they know when to negotiate, and they know why to negotiate. You don't want to just throw out numbers all willy-nilly and just hope something sticks. You need to actually have some concrete background evidence. And real estate professionals have that. If somebody wants to lowball you on an offer, real estate professionals can pull that out and say, hey, look, no, this is what it's worth. This is where we're willing to go with it. Do you want to meet us halfway or not? And if they say no, then they can walk away from that deal. And lastly, they're not emotional. They didn't live in this house. They didn't grow up in this house. They didn't have Sunday barbecues with their neighbors in this house. They're not emotional. They are willing to negotiate and say, you know what, this house does have a monetary value to it. Let's maximize that monetary value by setting the price right to begin with in the first place. If we start at 425 or 450 and end up in 500 territory, are you going to be satisfied with that? Or are we going to try to put it for 525 or 550 and have to settle for 475 or 500? Those are conversations that the real estate professional will be able to have with you. And I hope after seeing this video, it convinced you a little bit why real estate professionals are so valuable, even in a seller's market, even when it seems like on the surface, houses are just flying off the market and you can basically name your price as a seller and you can get it. Hopefully this will kind of change your mindset a little bit. As always, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, post, comments, whatever, anything you can do, get the name out. Really, guys, I'm here for you. I'm just looking to educate you